Warning, this video contains scenes that some viewers might find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Nowadays, life is intertwined with technology. Let's figure it out. Welcome to Life, Tech, and Sundry.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, or some may say, buenos tardes. It is us. We are back in the LCS studio. With me, I'm self-included in the studio.
Yes.
On my imaginary but figuratively, but literally, right?
He's grabbing my shoulders, guys.
Is
I do
Marcos?
not consent. I do not consent to
Marcos?
this. Okay, do consent. Yes, this is me. This is I.
Wait,
Marcos,
what?
good evening.
Introduce
Good morning. Hello.
Gotta fix your program later. And then to my left, I got Miguel.
What's going on, guys? Glad to be back.
He does consent, though. He's being touched.
He's being
Wait, what?
caressed.
He's being caressed passionately.
Very lovely.
So, Marcos.
Thank you, sir.
We see that you have some notes.
Oh, so we're gonna go in straight into the notes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
For number one, I want to say,
But first,
but first,
we must first talk about our sponsor.
us. We're our own sponsor.
Yeah, basically.
LTS
Exactly.
Legends.
So how you doing?
Yeah,
Marcos?
LTS Legends, yeah. But yeah, anyway, so this one, number one, is gonna be basically a PSA for everyone, okay? Right? Everyone here presently that are talking are Android users. So all you Android users should be aware of this. Here we go. Number one. Dangerous Android app pretends to be a system update to steal your data. Okay? Beware. A newly discovered malicious app that pretends to update your phone, but in reality is just a giant spyware application that can steal pretty much all your data while also monitoring your movements in online search history. Simply called System Update, the Android app was discovered by researchers with mobile security firm Simperium, who have classified it as a remote access Trojan. In other words, a rat. A broad category of malware that typically allows a hacker to access and manipulate your device from afar. I thought it was from Star. I don't know why. This particular rat is downloaded with the promise of keeping your device up to date, but instead sends all your information back to a command and control center server. Could be also called a center, but let's call it a server, just to keep it simple. Ooh, this name is hard. Can you help me with that one, Mr.
Which
J?
one?
Shredder?
Shredder Metal.
Yeah, Shredder Metal. Zimperium CEO recently told TechCrunch that he thinks the app is part of a large targeted attack. Read more at Gizmodo. One more time. This is brought to you by Gizmodo. Thoughts? Opinions?
Can you reread the whole article again, buddy? I'm lying.
Nah, you're good. But still, so
I don't like a rat.
yeah, there's a reason why, unfortunately, I tout how open Android is, but this is a disadvantage of why Android is so open. There's the risks, right, of open systems. That you can upload any kind of application into the Google Play Store.
I guess.
Or is this side loaded?
But isn't the Google Play Store doesn't it have some sort of firewall or something like that, or
No.
some sort of administrator
Yeah,
where
some type of security.
yeah
It's
security
not-
where they don't let just
Yeah.
anybody put.
They do check it or something.
Sometimes, but in that meantime, it could grab over 1,000 people or 10,000 people, and
Like it doesn't have to I guess the problem is that you can download from any website.
and you can
and then-
side load it.
I don't think it's from the Google app. The Google app Store,
Most
though.
likely. And you know how people, we touted as well that we have to keep our devices up to date due to security features.
Yes.
And people are abusing that or exploiting that feature that, I want to keep my device up to date. What do I do? My phone isn't supported by security updates. what can one do? What would you recommend if my phone is for example, for me, I have over there using as the audio board or the sound, the music, a OnePlus 3T.
Extra thick.
What would you recommend to update the firm on that, the security patches on that one, Mr.
Buy
J?
in case.
No, the security patches, the software in itself.
Oh,
It's not supported.
VPN?
A VPN, okay. So basically, you can't update the software. You can just put in more security, like a
no,
VPN,
you can't update the software.
unless you sideload something, right? Like Oracle software brought to you.
Oracle software.
No, no.
Yeah, Oracle software.
Yeah, there's an OS, I think, right?
No.
Oh, damn it. Okay, well, I remember
You're
there's
just
like,
looking for ways to try to like protect yourself. Right,
Yes.
At that point.
and you can.
Always
prob-
use protection.
Always.
yeah,
And by mean, don't download random stuff.
you'll get a rat.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's a PSA that I should always, pass out to all the listeners. Apple is a little bit safer, but not by a
But it's safer
lot.
because it's more strict.
Yeah. And that statement that we were saying, right, Alan?
Yes.
That if you sacrifice some liberty for security.
Yeah, you deserve neither.
Yeah.
Or neither.
So in this case, this is the people also trying to hustle, right? If they're selling this app, if this app is actually sold for money, people are making money on this. Literally, this is somebody's job at the end of the day.
Or it could be just one of those pop-ups.
True.
That's true. Yeah.
I didn't think about it that way, but I thought
I
like
kind of try to force you to download it.
oh,
Unless
yeah,
you press the X button.
the X button
But there's ones that even like
in
cause the
Google
line
Chrome. Yeah.
that you get the hi, my name is John.
Yes.
I am from Apple Tech Support. How can I help you today?
And the bots. You mean?
Yeah.
No, like people from
They're
another country.
pre-recording
Yeah.
or
Probably.
scams from
Yeah.
different places.
Real
around the
talk though.
world.
How many have you had since you've had your?
I've had
your
like
Galaxy Note?
maybe 2 or 3 a day.
There are apps for that, to cancel.
No, yeah, I
Yeah,
have the
but
caller
they're,
ID
you know,
feature.
they're-
I
where-
have mine too.
Yeah.
But they're always, updating.
They're
that.
finding it,
Yeah.
right?
They're always finding ways. Yeah.
hustling. That's the bad part. It's risky, but it's because everyone's free to do so, and they're hurting other people.
But I think they're also like government now, like branches where they're trying to
Yeah.
Like,
crack down, on those
And-
type of situations.
some
there's
are,
people that find them for fun.
and some are government
Oh,
sponsored,
really?
right? As well.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Like they make YouTube videos. Where like I remember with this one
For the views.
there's one video where the guy finds his name, the location of where he works. Like he gets the IP address, he gets the full name, he finds the Facebook profile.
No
Of a
way.
fake
And then
account.
the cherry on top is that he gets access to the webcam. So he calls them
No way.
and he sends them a pic of of his webcam. And he's like, oh, oh, and he moves off the camera. And he's like, what do we do? And he's like telling him, so hi, actually, I don't even remember his name.
All right.
He's like, I see you. So let me get that manager.
Wow. Thorough, bro. That's work.
But no, yeah, there's actually
That's how you're supposed to do it,
supposedly there's like Google services where you can like give in the link, and they're like, oh, don't use this. And I think it even works for phone numbers
Google
too.
Chrome has it. Oh, beware.
Yeah, Google
this is an
Chrome, yeah.
unsafe. Do you want to continue or go back to safety?
Yeah.
But that I again remember that I wanted to pay for a VPN. I
Yeah.
was gonna test the VPN services. That phone that Mr. J is using right now for the music has that feature,
Mhm.
but I haven't tested it on that phone. But you can get a VPN and you can get certain securities from Google Chrome itself because you're a Google paid user.
Oh, there's also like a cheeky trick. For some of like the credit card scams that you have to like enter your credit card and all that stuff. Supposedly for some of them, they charge a fee for entering like a wrong credit card number. It's like
Oh,
it's
wow.
like 1 cent or whatever. So there's
That's
there's
a
people
smart
that made
business
like a little
model.
quick algorithm that basically gives them random credit card numbers that don't work, and
They get paid.
no, they charge the
Yeah,
scammers.
yeah.
They don't get the money, but they're charging the scammer like thousands of times.
Damn, scammers getting scammed. Is
Exactly.
is that illegal?
No,
No,
it's not illegal.
absolutely.
No,
not.
right? When somebody steals from a robber, is that illegal?
I don't.
Maybe.
I don't
It's still
think
illegal
so.
technically, right? Because the item in
But yeah, but you're
in
not
question-
robbing them, you're exploiting them.
Correct. they're also exploiting other people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wanted to get that clear. And now, how about we go for number 2? You guys ready for number dos?
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, this one is a bit of historical rules that goes into, having liberties and, here we go. Number 2. Supreme Court rules in Google's favor in a copyright dispute with Oracle over Android software. The Supreme Court on Monday sided with Google against Oracle in a long-running copyright dispute over the software used in Android. The mobile operating system Oracle had claimed to be owed as much as $9 billion, while Google claimed that its use of the code was covered under the doctrine of fair use. The case concerned 12,000 lines of code that Google used to build Android that were copied from the Java application programming interface developed by Sun Microsystems, which Oracle acquired in 2010. It was seen as a landmark dispute over what types of computer code are protected under American copyright law. Oracle sued Google over Oracle sued Google over the use of its code and won its case twice before the specialized U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, which held that the code the code in question was copyrightable, and that Google's use of it was not protected by fair use. The court's decision was 6-2. The Supreme Court reversed the appeals court decision, though it did not definitely resolve whether the code in question was copyrightable. Read more at CNBC. Okay, this was brought to you by CNBC. If you want to read more in detail, the article is there. So, guys, thoughts?
Yes.
That's the thing from Google that we were talking about. The open, the kind of open system, the open system that you can.
Well,
put
I mean,
apps. But this is the infrastructure itself that is in question.
Yes.
What happened? Oh.
I lowered it a little bit.
Okay.
Because it's a big deal. See?
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, I mean, it depends on what the code was.
What I understood is that they purchased it way back when it was an individual company, the Sun Microsystems.
Mm-hmm.
Once Oracle bought it in 2010, even though Google used this code in 2008, they're claiming that because they used it in 2008 when it was under Sun Microsystems,
Mm-hmm.
and them buying it in 2010, now they owe them $9 billion.
Well, again, it's like,
Time.
What does the code do? And I guarantee you, they probably didn't look through 12,000 lines of code.
You know that better than anyone else.
I wouldn't look over 12,000 lines of code.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I really want to look at 200.
We were talking about that earlier today, and it just blows my mind that in this case, they're trying to say, okay, when this item was owned by somebody else, in this case, Sun, I'm going to call it Sun for short, or Sun Microsystems. I don't want to disrespect. Forget what I said.
So like Kimi Dayo.
Yeah, Sun Microsystems was purchased 2 years later after Google used those 12,000 lines and keep using them.
Mm-hmm.
Is it illegal? Is Oracle owed that money in
Well, I think before the questioning of is this under Oracle's jurisdiction?
Yes.
I feel like we should get to know what those lines of code was.
What they are.
Or what they are.
Because they're still being used right now.
It's like if it's a big chunk of the source code,
Chonky.
then yeah, I feel like Google
Let's
should.
say 12,000 out of 120,000, right? That's what you're trying to
Well,
say?
no. Like what did it do? Was it the core of it, or was it just some random lines that they're like, you know what? This seems interesting. We'll just use the same technique. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking it up right now.
So yeah. So unless they like gave us the what it was, then it's like it's kind of hard.
So right now, then what were they voting on? That it already had won twice.
Oh, the programming interface developed by
Sun
which one?
Microsystems.
It seemed like a landmark dispute over what type of.
Please stand by.
I mean, yeah, they don't show the code, just tell what it does. Yeah, I can see. We're copied from Java application programming interface develop. So an interface, basically.
What's the word? Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try to.
I
pretend.
mean, that's kind of hard to say. I would say
it goes into
because
machine language.
interfaces. No, that's not. That's not machine language.
Okay, good.
But like, I mean, because like people tend to use the same interfaces every now and then, so that's kind of hard. Unless like
it's the OG.
yeah, then I can see why they put it over copyright rules, because that's kind of hard to.
I think what I understood was that it wasn't copywritten when Google used it, and they used it for 2 years before Oracle ever even purchased the other company. Once 2010 rolls by, Google is openly using it with whatever deal it did with Sun Microsystems. Oracle comes in 2 years later, purchasing Sun Microsystems, and says, "You and since 2010, you in 2008 to 2010, you owe me $9 billion because I owe them, and I wrote that script or that code."
Yeah.
Is that legal or is that illegal? That's what they're disputing, and apparently not.
Okay.
So imagine 2 years go by and you're using somebody else's code that you probably paid a couple million, which is a deal compared to 9 billion. And somebody else comes in and they know the value of that script, and they copyright it to that point. Nobody else disputes that he wrote it.
Yeah.
The issue was that he was using it when it was still non-copyright. Does it stand in ground? And according to some people, the Court of Appeals, it does. But then the Supreme Court said, nay. When it was using it for already 2 years, it's not copyright. You come in and purchase it, maybe they can run a back-end deal. But from 2008 to 2010, it was open season for that code, or that code was free, more or less. Those are the it's like saying this can, the can design, Coca-Cola designed it, right? And then Pepsi come and this design.
All I know is that I need my money.
That's what Oracle is saying. Isn't Oracle also known for doing a lot of the Google apps? I feel like Oracle is a well-known company. Isn't it one?
It is, but it's not for that. I think
the one that wanted to purchase some of TikTok, right? From Tencent.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they are in the. I don't know if it's like they're in some sort of engineering capacity, like maybe application or something, or internet web provider. No.
This is a database software and relational database management system for computer systems and software such as Solaris and Java.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah.
So they do software.
So it probably ran it administered Minecraft a little bit.
Maybe. But yeah, Marcos, any final thoughts?
My thoughts is sorry, I'm yelling too much. My thoughts are that Oracle is
they're never thoughts.
Perfect. It's perfectly in its right to sue, and a lot of people agreed with it. But at the end of the day, what Google won, the reason that Google won was because it used
they gave the jury a few million. They're like, shh, it's okay.
They grease somebody's palms.
Maybe, but it's a high-profile lawsuit, so it's breaking grounds. I mean, this is a Western. Unfortunately, this situation is happening in the West. We know that back east, literally the Far East, you're not going to hear about this. Oh, copyrights and all those things, right?
Oh, certain countries.
In certain countries, yeah.
Yeah. Certain countries, they're a little bit more lenient, and some other aren't.
Yeah. And what I'm trying to say is that this is OG Google and Oracle, OG Google and its Android operating system from 2008 to now.
Right.
So let's see what happened. We saw what happened with this situation, but still is more to come. So stay tuned.
Absolutely.
You guys ready for
Yes.
number 3? Go for it, Mr. J. Mr. J.
Please hold. Dun, da, 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 da. So programming language experts win Nobel Prize of Computing. Right, Marcos?
Yes.
Alfred Aho.
Ajo? What?
Yeah. Right.
Yes, like Ajo girl.
He's not wrong.
And Jeffrey Ullman have won this year's Turing Award, computer science equivalent of the Nobel Prize for their work on programming languages. Through
Is this people that you actually like have to read up on?
No.
Like, oh no,
I've never heard of I would have made fun of saying like Aho. Through more than 3 decades of collaboration, Aho and Ullman co-authored a series of seminal textbooks on programming languages, data, and algorithms that shaped the thinking of a generation of computer scientists. They are particularly known for their work on the theory of compilers. Oh wow, a type of software that converts instructions. Oh my gosh.
What?
That's
PTSD?
That's funny.
If you guys could see Mr. J's emotions right now.
Basically. No, I got some sweat in my eye.
Oh, no, it's not crying.
If you guys want to go on hop on YouTube and see our shorts, you can definitely
Wait, I'm not giving away my shorts.
not those type of shorts, buddy.
Oh.
Get your head out the gutter.
No, they're my shorts.
There you go.
No ass in clips.
Yeah.
So yeah. So a type of compilers, yes. A type of software that converts instructions from abstract programming language such as the database specific language SQL into the machine code that computer executes. Thanks to the theories Aho, now 79, and Ullman, 78, helped develop the most coders workers, as programmers don't need to worry about how computer circuits are actually configured or exactly how information is routed through the machine. The Turing Award is given annually by the Association for Computing Machinery, the ACM. Oh damn. The winners share a $1 million prize, which Google helps fund.
No problem.
The prize is named for Alan Turing, the British mathematician who developed the fundamentals of modern computing. This year's Turing winners began their collaboration at Bell Labs in the late 1960s after both received PhDs from Princeton University. Initially worked on developing more efficient algorithms and translating program languages. Although Ullman left Bell Labs to return to academia in 1969, eventually ending up at Stanford University, where he is currently, a professor emeritus. The two continue to write books together. Read more at
pen pals.
Fortune. Again, that is Fortune for Marcos. So yeah.
That's interesting. Now, like I was asking before, are these two people that you read their work, or have you read their work or heard of them before?
No.
For Turing, I have.
Maybe if I was a CS major, maybe.
Computer science.
Yeah.
Now, how big of a deal is their research and work as it pertains to, I guess, coding?
What they do again?
They created the code for compilers.
Well, it says the theory. If their works really made an impact to compilers, then that is actually a big deal.
Really? Because how does that? What kind of value does that bring to the actual field? As far as like,
depending on what you do,
right?
It could be very. Actually, no. I think for most programmers, that's actually a very big deal.
Okay.
Because if essentially it's converting the code to machine language, which is what executes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
So if that's the case, then yeah, they're very important.
Huh.
Very, very important. Especially if you're working on like hardware stuff.
Right.
And yeah, that's very important.
Huh.
Yeah, they're the big deal.
Yeah, well,
They
absolutely.
got the big kahunas.
Yeah.
They are the OG ones, if you will.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
now they're
both almost 80.
now who's the professor? Ullman, right? Is the professor
Aho and Uman
Ullman?
without the H.
Ullman, yeah.
Oh,
So then
Ullman.
Alfred is the one that became a professor and went
No,
back
I
to
think
academia.
Ullman.
Both of them
Ullman?
got their PhDs.
No, as in they became a professor.
Oh, yeah. In Stanford, I think.
Princeton.
No, I said
Princeton.
Ullman.
Oh.
Ullman
Ah.
only did. Aho, he probably went somewhere else.
Went back to work at the lab.
Yes.
Good for
Oh,
him.
Back
or her.
to the lab again.
So yeah, these
We
are big
messed up.
boys. They're big boys in the programming scheme.
Very, very big boys. But yeah, so what's your experience with compilers from the
Way
beginning
too
to
many.
now? What are their
Well, no,
positives?
because I don't have any like negatives. Because they're just
They're there.
no, they're important. Don't get me wrong. Like without them, we really can't be executing code that at all.
At
But-
all.
But it's like there's no problems with it because you literally just run it through the compiler. If there's errors, the compiler will tell you, and you can also set the compiler to give you like a debugging option as well.
Do compilers suffer of memory loss? Memory
No.
leakage?
No.
What's the thing that you were telling me about memory leakage?
Something else.
Oh, it's something else. Okay. So,
Not yet.
do you have flex tape on your side always if there's any memory leakage?
No.
Oh. You wish you had flex tape?
No.
Okay.
I wish I never had flex tape. I just use duct tape.
You know, who created duct tape? Hold up.
Ducks.
Quack quack.
Who created duct tape?
He's like, seriously?
Festus Stud. According to JNJ.com, the year was 1943 and Stud,
Oh.
who had 2 sons serving in the U.S. Navy, was working at the Green River Ordnance Plant near Amboy, Illinois.
So it was a mom,
Ah, very
a
cool.
lady.
It's really
Wow.
dope.
Miss
Oh.
Duck.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So
Very
no flex tape, only duct tape.
Yes.
Very
The
useful.
military was
Hmm.
what didn't the military do? Watches. They did watches, I think, right? They created the military watch.
No, I think they had Hamilton construct. They're a watchmaker company, and I think they got bought up by a Swiss company, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Then there's the Swiss
Rolex.
Army knife.
Right, but again, we're talking strictly the U.S. Army watch. I think
Okay.
originally they went to Hamilton, which were watchmakers, and they created I want to say the field type watch, but again, I could be mistaken. But please verify this information on Google or whatever the case is. But I don't think the military per se created their own watch. They had it sourced outside to a watchmaking company, and again, I think the name of this company is Hamilton. But you
Extra
could,
thick.
yeah, you can definitely double check. And I think they still, I mean, if you're a horology type of buff, you might want to look into it because it's very interesting information.
Salutations, Marcos here. This is a message to all the listeners out there. There are links in the show notes for our Twitter, email, and even show notes. Any questions or ideas for the podcast can be sent via these links. Now, back to our regularly scheduled podcast. Literally off the cuff from Alan over here, just like a beast taking all that data. Like, here's this. Just dropped his knowledge.
I like watches. Let's just say that.
Yeah. From
Yeah.
code knowledge, you know.
What?
Code, watches, and memes knowledge. No, I'm
Indulgent.
Indulgent, correct, yes. What? I gotta roll on my strengths.
Yes.
I gotta
you do.
lean on my strengths.
Yes. Roll and lean.
So yeah. What's
We've
next?
about time. Out.
Oh, actually, I sent you.
Oh, you did? But in
yeah.
the meantime, you can read.
I can definitely read. I do have 4 of them. I'm just gonna pick maybe just 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So we can expedite this to the final part. So I'll just read off the four topics really quick, and I'll pick 2, and you guys can pick with me. That way we can, if you hear something interesting from the 4 titles that I'm going to read off, let me know. So the first one being 12 simple sides to serve with burgers. That's the first one. The second one is called A Jiggly Cup of Coffee. Third one is called Indian Mangoes Crossing Continents in a Can. And the last one, I tried 10 jars of Alfredo sauce, and now this is the only one I'll buy. So, guys, out of these 4, what was your favorite one? Yeah, Marcos, go ahead.
Hamburgers, if you will, please. It's spring season, so I feel like
this is
grilling
the
rabbit.
reason. Yeah, this is the reason. So, all right, we have our first one. Josue, is there one that caught your eye?
Probably the Alfredo one.
The Alfredo one? Very
Yeah.
good, sir. All right, so I'll read both. I'll just read the intro really quick. So the first one, I tried 10 jars of Alfredo sauce. Now this is the only one I'll buy. That's the one that Marcos chose, right?
No, I chose the hamburgers.
Oh, I
Yeah.
apologize.
I chose.
12 simple sides to serve with burgers. This was written by Kelly Foster. And this is from an article on kitchen.com. If you guys are interested, you'll be able to see it and read it in the show notes. And link will be provided there as well. So it says, "Oh, grilling season, how we've missed you. As the weather continues warming up and the days stuck inside become fewer and farther between, it's time to bring burgers back into the dinner lineup. And of course, your weekend cookouts. Then, of course, there's always the age-old question. What should we make for side dishes? Whether you opt for beef, turkey, chicken, or your favorite veggie variety, burgers cook up fast, and in our opinion, they deserve a simple side that's just as easy and delicious. With precious daylight hours to enjoy, we prefer to stick with sides that will have dinner ready in no time. Here are 12 favorites." And in the article, you can go through the 12. I'll just mention the first 3. So the first one is corn on the cob. Second
Very
one
nice.
is Mediterranean orzo salad. And the third one is a sesame ginger slaw. And you know what? Just for curiosity's sake, I'll read the other ones really quick. Sour cream and dill cucumber salad
Oh, yes. Very nice.
is number 4. 4, I believe. And number 5 is the easiest pasta salad. Number 6 is avocado salad with tomatoes and herbs. Number 7, the ultimate grilled zucchini salad. Number 8, tangy carrot slaw. Number 9 is saucy chili garlic cucumber noodles. And number 10, the best corn on the cob. Number 11, the best classic potato salad. And the last one, corn salad. So of these 12 items or 12 side dishes, which one stuck out to you? What would you like to have on the side with a burger? To your point, Marcos, I really thought this was an interesting article because it is getting warmer. And I think for the last week or so, week and a half, every time I go out, around lunchtime, almost dinner time, I've smelled a lot of people grilling outside.
As you do. You got it.
Right?
Yes.
And even though it's still a little chilly or whatnot, you basically start, getting that waft in the air of grilling meats and stuff like that. And it just, it's intoxicating.
Très
bro.
magnifique. Très magnifique.
Yo, it really is. It's really interesting to have not only your neighbors, but going around the neighborhood and going around where we live, around
Yes.
in the area where we live. And it's really interesting to get those grilling
Scents
notes,
in the notes. There you go.
in the air, and you're like, wow, that's very enticing.
Spring season.
So yeah, no, definitely, and it just goes to, it pushes that know, right, or that knowing in your mind. It's oh, it's almost summertime. It's gonna be full effect grilling season. So I really and I am genuinely excited about that. So from this list of 12, what poked out or popped out?
Pickles and the coleslaw.
The pickles and the coleslaw, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Personally, I feel is it true or is this just hearsay that pickles itself helps you for your digestive system?
because it's a fermented type of
Mhm.
food.
Is that fact or fake?
I do believe there's some truth behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I am no nutritionist,
Okay, yeah.
but I do believe there's some truth to that. I mean, there's a reason why like East Europeans have pickles in their diet, or obviously
Pickled
preserving. Yeah, of course.
Fruits.
Right, but you can also say people like in South Korea or in Japan have like kimchi or pickled daikon radishes and stuff like that, and other countries have like things like sauerkraut and stuff. So pickled and things like in vinegar, whatnot, definitely have that type of ingredient or ingredients or like side dishes for their meals, which is really nice. So I mean, I think for me, if I were to choose, but before I actually give you the ones that like stuck out to me the most,
Yes.
I kind of want to ask Josue, what from the 12 side dishes that we named off right now from the article, which one he thought was actually interesting to him, or what would he like as a side dish for his burgers and stuff like that.
Fries. Oh, no. Onion rings.
Onion rings. Okay, onion rings.
But what about that's on the list?
Oh, the sesame ginger.
The sesame ginger slaw.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I think that's something interesting. That's something that I've made before, and it's really good. Like whether it be on the side or maybe you want to add it to your burger.
Yeah.
It's really, it has like, it gives you that crunch, that like zesty flavor, and it's very bright. So yeah, no, definitely that sounds really awesome. Me personally, if I were to have some sort of side, it would probably be, let's see, like the best classic potato salad. I really would enjoy like a nice potato salad. And if I were to choose a second one, it would have to be between the avocado salad with tomatoes and herbs and the one that the sour cream and dill cucumber salad. That would probably be something. But I definitely enjoy the sesame ginger slaw. That sounds dope as hell. So thank you guys for your input on that one. So you guys are looking forward for grilling season?
Question: hamburger versus hot dog when grilling?
Hamburger.
I do both.
You do both?
Yeah, because if anything, I'm looking forward to the steak.
Okay.
More than
No,
both of
no.
those.
On hamburger versus on the hamburger specifically, Kaiser roll or hamburger bun?
I do the
Potato.
hamburger bun.
Which one do you do?
Potato roll.
Yeah, but now that I know the proper name of a Kaiser roll, I'd go for Kaiser.
Oh yeah, for a burger, you rather have a Kaiser roll?
A Kaiser roll sized burger.
Yeah, but then I think that, at least for me, and I don't know if this is a problem for you or not, for me, I find it difficult to have a Kaiser roll or a Portuguese roll or a French roll because of the meat to bread ratio.
See, we need experiments. You need to teach me these things.
I don't like when there's more meat than bread or more bread than meat. I like to have like maybe not a 50-50 ratio, but I don't want more of one thing than the other. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I need enough bread where it holds all the toppings.
Yes.
The lettuce, tomato, the onions, the pickles, the slaw, or whatever else I'm gonna add.
Jalapeno.
Ketchup.
Jalapenos,
Jalapenos, the
ketchup,
pickled peppers, right?
mustard. I don't do mayo on mine.
Chipotle mayo.
Not really. I'll do the ketchup and mustard, and if I do something spicy like jalapenos or something, I'll do that in rajas form.
Pickled peppers, yeah.
Or pickled peppers, right? And which brings up a interesting point. For jalapenos and stuff. Now that we're talking about like those type of ingredients, I'm also a sucker for like grilling up nopales. So basically cactus for those
Onions.
people that don't know.
Onions.
Grilled onions. yes.
Onions, and even like a portobello mushroom. I am down to add that grilled up on my burger. I usually marinate it with like nice garlic and balsamic vinegar and a little salt, little pepper, and a little olive oil. Have it marinate. Yeah, and then sizzle.
Or maybe boil or steam the burger.
Steam burger? Steam bun?
If you, I like toasting my burger buns before.
No, the burger.
Are you saying that to boil the
Isn't
actual
that for
meat?
hot dogs?
No, steam it.
Oh, I didn't know
Steam
that.
Mhm.
the meat.
That's if you don't have a grill then, right?
Oh, like I personally I like the actual char taste.
Oh.
So I don't like it. To me, if you boil a hot dog, to me, not that it's super off-putting, but I would prefer a flame broiled or grilled
But
piece
you
of
want to see those grill
meat.
marks.
Not only see it, but I like the actual taste that the char gives it. It gives it another layer of flavor.
Char.
No, yeah,
You know?
because I remember I saw this video. It was like, oh yeah, they steam the burger.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to probably BK, and I'm not saying this is what they actually do, I'm pretty sure that's like it's not fully, flame broiled burgers. You're gonna have an actual cook in there actually doing to the right perfect doneness, at least for their standards. I think it's really difficult. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they use some sort of liquid smoker or something like that to give it
Liquid
that.
smoker, damn.
Or
Liquid
even
smoke.
like
They go hard.
even like after grilling it, I saw this guy's like, oh yeah, they also put it into like a beef broth.
Yeah,
Dang.
so the actual juices actually stay in the actual meat, and the meat's actually juicy and not like a dry hockey puck,
Mhm.
which would suck.
It would, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I mean, personally for me, like again, nopales.
And what's why? Why the cactus?
Why? Grilling for me, like there's that very traditional aspect of like where family and culture meets, and I'll do the very American
You were
burger,
grown in
hot
that
dog.
style.
Yeah, and there was no loss of culture in that sense when we cook and make food, at least amongst family, where there's like obviously you can have your burger and your hot dogs, right? And you'll
And nopales. on
and then
the
you'll have the
side.
nopales
Yes.
and what's it called, or a cactus salad, ensalada de nopales,
Yeah.
to go along with the actual hot dog, or
You'd say, "Yo, pass me the hot
The
dog,
burger.
the hot dog, please," and then some nopales.
right. And I mean, I guess I don't know if this is
And then if you're a bad, they spank you. with the butt.
Running around with. The
I don't know about you guys, but like preference wise, for me, hot dog, I'll do the sauerkraut, I'll do the mustard, I'll do
tomato,
relish.
onions, jalapeno peppers, and
Lettuce?
tomato,
I don't do
Um,
mayo on mine.
ketchup, and mustard, and relish maybe.
Really? Okay.
The jalapeno peppers are optional though for me.
Oh, okay. I understand.
That's like the negotiable. Everything else,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like and the mayo. The mayo's. also
I
optional.
personally like the bun to be toasted. Like I don't
Butter.
like I don't do butter just because I know that the actual meat is already has enough fat content.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, like depending on how you make your burgers, if you make them from scratch and you do your own portion or ratio of fat to lean meat, like you know what you're
or
doing,
make your own hot dogs.
or you buy it pre-made, pre-portioned out, whether it be frozen or fresh,
That's some high level right there, and I feel like Alan, that's his normal, but for
But-
me that's too high level.
Not essentially. I mean, not necessarily. It's high level. It's just a preference thing. Once you start eating, bro, and like you start cooking for yourself, I guess more.
Yeah.
More than anything else, you start picking up on these things. It's not rocket science. It's
It
not
feels like rocket science.
If you
me,
like it,
for me.
you'll understand it. Just like, I mean, if you like a certain topic, you'll look up into it.
You'll dive into it.
Yeah, a
with
little
your
bit more
heart
than
and soul.
anything. But I mean, I think it's enjoyable, especially now that it's getting warmer, and it's getting warmer.
Where do you after each cookout, do you try to save that char that you get on the grill, or do you clean that off?
No, you're supposed to clean it.
Why?
You're supposed, because you don't want germs developing on that grill surface. Every time you clean it, you're essentially getting all the burnt on whatever it was
Yeah.
off the actual grill. So there's less likely that you'll have germs developing there. And then when you obviously are about to like rekindle the fire, some other day, next year or next month or whenever you're gonna grill again, you have a clean surface to actually cook on. It's like, let me explain. Would you ever eat food on a dirty plate?
No.
Why would you cook food on a dirty?
You would think that a heat would kill the germs if you give it
and
time.
You're perfectly right. Heat does kill the microbes. But again, if you're starting off with a dirty instrument from the get-go, I mean, you're just asking for problems, because then you're dealing with like a pathogen issue, I guess, to a certain degree there, because you're definitely not being cleanly.
For example, there's a dish in Asia. I forgot the name of it, but this restaurant has had the same pot boiling and running for 40 years. You just added extra water and whatever ingredients. Never stopped leaving the fire on.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, here in the United States, I don't know, whatever state you're in, but the Health and Food Administration comes to your door and sees that happening, they'll shut you down quicker than anything else, bro.
It's to the point that now it looks like a volcano. The pot.
Yeah, I can imagine, bro.
There's like a little it's like the pot. There's less pot and more like volcano around the fire.
I mean, and there's ways of getting around that, bro. You don't necessarily have to use the same pot. You can always pour the content into another pot, and there you go.
See, there's stuff that I wouldn't have.
There's solutions. If they want to make it seem like that's like the holy grail of whatever they're making, bro, I mean, that's their prerogative. But I mean,
they're just asking for trouble.
No, not necessarily. They're outside the country, so I'm pretty sure.
But what if the law in that country changes?
Well,
like overnight.
Now we're speculating.
Okay,
but,
yeah. No.
I mean, it's not happening.
You're right.
But I mean, again, I think that once you start diving into the food aspect of what you like to make, because like personally, like when we make carne asada, you might want some.
Yep.
Like besides like the typical steak or whatever the case is, you might want to do other types of cuts of meat. I mean, it's not only T-bone steaks or anything you're making there, or you're making like what else would you like? A regular, like you want to grill a filet mignon or something like that, or a tomahawk steak or ribeye or something like that. Like you start finding out and figuring out what you like to eat.
Yeah.
And then what goes well with that for you. Maybe it's a potato salad, maybe it's a pasta salad.
Or a coleslaw. Exactly.
And I mean, it's your, like Josue said, he liked his Asian coleslaw. That's really delicious.
It is.
But maybe for you, it's like, I'd rather have a pickle.
Yeah, a pickle. I'm a pickle.
And some, chips on the side. I don't know. Which is perfectly fine, but that's your taste palette. That's your palate. That's what you like.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think once you start figuring those things out, it becomes a lot simpler for you, and you start tweaking it the way you want to get what you want.
Yes.
So, all right. Without further ado, I will switch it up to the next one. This is, I believe, Josue's choice.
Yes.
I tried 10 jars of Alfredo sauce, and now this is the only one I'll buy. So this is from thekitchen.com, and the person that wrote this is named Jalissa
Marcus, you put in the wrong
Castrodale. And let's see. I'll read off really quick the intro to this article. It says the majority of restaurants in Italy don't serve fettuccine Alfredo, and the ones that do are either mostly feeding American tourists or they're somehow connected to that Alfredo. The one whose name became synonymous with a sauce that still isn't exactly what he famously created more than a century ago. According to the sauce's origin story, a restaurant owner named Alfredo Di Lello kept fixing plates of butter pasta off his pregnant... Wait, well...
What?
Kept fixing plates of buttered pasta for his pregnant wife.
Off his.
Apologies about that. I misread. To help her deal with her ongoing bouts of morning sickness. The simple combination of pasta, butter, and Parmigiano Reggiano cheese did the trick, and she encouraged him to put it on the menu of his joint in Rome, despite the fact that buttered noodles tended to be so basic that, well, you wouldn't necessarily go to a restaurant to eat it. Regardless, Alfredo started preparing it tableside, and all that butter and cheese became a hit, especially with visiting Americans. By the mid 1920s, Rome had become a popular filming destination for Hollywood flicks, and after box office faves Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford ate at Alfredo's, they went back to California raving about it. Their celebrity pals started hitting Alfredo's on their own trips to Italy, and you can just about guess what they all ordered. So I'll end it right there.
Was it Alfredo?
It sure was.
Okay.
So down in the article, you can definitely read the rest, and you can see the type of Alfredo sauce in a jar that they were taste testing and comparing to each other. And I won't give you the name of what this particular writer chose as their favorite, but it's pretty accessible. You can probably find it, and in the article it says you can find it like in places like Walmart and stuff like that.
Walmart.
But she says that it's very delicious, and she can't think of ordering it anywhere else or buying another type of brand. And my question to you guys is, have you tried fettuccine alfredo? And if so, with protein, without protein? And if so, with protein, what type of protein? And do you make it yourself? That's my question for both of you, really quick. And I'll ask Josue first because this is the one he picked. Have you tried fettuccine alfredo lately?
Lately, no.
No?
No.
When was the last time you had it? Like a year ago or so?
Like
2 years?
3 years.
Okay. Italian restaurant, or you had it at home?
I had it at Olive Garden.
At Olive Garden. Nice, dude. And was that with protein, without protein?
Of course.
Yes.
With protein.
Now, was it a chicken, a steak, or a shrimp, or something
Chicken.
else? Chicken. Nice. And have you ever tried your hand at making it?
No.
No? Why not, bro?
I don't know. I never had that craving. Like, yo, I'm
gonna
some
make myself some
yeah.
fettuccine. Okay.
Or even like going and get fettuccine alfredo. It's like never like they're like, oh, I want some fettuccine alfredo right now. I mean, no.
Is that something like on your priority list that's really high, right?
No, it's not like I want ramen right now.
Oh, okay. I see.
Ramen wins his heart.
Yes.
We know where he belongs, and I respect it.
Very good, sir. So I'll pass the questions back to Marcos. Marcos,
Huh?
I'm
just kidding.
When's the last time you had fettuccine alfredo?
Pre-COVID, pre-pandemic, so
2 years
over
ago?
a year, at least 3. Minimum
3 years
3.
ago. Okay.
Like an actual fettuccine alfredo.
Right. And now, did you make
Da-
that
it
at
was at a
home?
diner.
At a diner. Okay. And was that with protein, without protein?
Chicken.
Chicken?
Yes.
Okay. And have you ever made it yourself?
I'm not confident enough. I can make you the buttered pasta, but no extra sauce, just that clean one.
Okay.
There's a beauty on that basic, just butter, no cheese,
Right.
maybe sauce on the side,
Interesting. Okay.
but mainly clean. Just butter, pasta, maybe shrimp, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, but mainly that. I could
Okay,
literally be
okay.
like all day with that boiled pasta and a little bit of butter, like popcorn.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what that says about me, but it's still really good.
That you like to eat, bro. That's good. And I would hope that you like to eat. You don't eat, you die. So basically, for me, what I could take away from this actual article was that when you read the article, this person compares different types of bottled or brands of Alfredo
Alfredo
sauce.
sauce, yeah.
And this person really enjoyed the one she picked for reasons that, if you read the article, whether it be the consistency, the flavor profile, and overall just how it tasted compared to the other ones. She made it seem, or she described the other sauces as being either too two of one thing or two of another. Like the flavor profile wasn't right. It wasn't creamy enough, or it was like too thick, or
It wasn't banging. Like those
right, or it
beats.
tasted like something that wasn't Alfredo sauce. So to her point, like it made me think, and that maybe the one she picked out might be something I want to try out and make at home. So
Yes.
probably maybe in the next week or two, I'll probably make fettuccine Alfredo, and I'll try her the brand she picked, and I'll give you guys.
What was it again, the brand?
We're not gonna. She's not
I'm
gonna
not, I
spoil
don't want to. I don't want to
it.
say
I don't
it,
want to. Yeah, don't
but
spoil
I'll
it.
show you right now.
It's in the link.
Yeah, it's in the link, so
Where-
you guys can see it. But I'll show you right here.
Oh yeah, I've had those.
Mm-hmm.
So
Not that one.
Yeah, that's
so-
the one that she was talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys want to know, you can definitely hit the link in the show notes, and you can definitely see it for yourselves. But I'm gonna try my hand at making fettuccine Alfredo with this brand of sauce, and definitely I'll give you guys a update when
You'll
I do.
report back.
Absolutely. So, guys, thanks again for listening to my 2 points in this section.
All these will be in the show notes.
Absolutely. And I think without further ado, we will move on to the last part.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Before you wanna.
Or you? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. This is the end of part 1 of the LTS podcast. Now, we have over here the squad. 1 is the release schedule for the podcast. Alan?
Tuesday and Thursday.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. And all you listeners from the East Coast to the West Coast, Mountain Time, all those times, please tune in on Thursdays for part 2. This is Marcos Lopez signing out.
Peace.
Bye. Hi there. Thank you for tuning into the LTS podcast. All the notes and more can be found in the description. By the way, we have a social media page where content is posted regularly. Feel free to reach out at us through there or via email. Both are found in the description. When you support the show, we have a merch store where you can buy an item that you like. If buying merch is not your thing and you just want to support the show directly, we also have links to those too, if you'd like. Thank you. Also, every comment is really appreciated. Credits in the description as well. Peace.